Hello students, how are you? Hope you're fine. Today I'm going to show you a very interesting experiment on light only. Last video you have seen that reflection of light on a plane mirror, and today I'm going to show you the reflection of light in spherical mirrors. That mirror that is curved. So I have two mirrors with me. Okay, two mirrors with me. These two are spherical mirror. The two mirrors, one is concave, one is convex. If I ask you which one is convex and which one is concave, so if you see it like this, then only you will find it out. Okay, just see, observe very carefully. This is the convex mirror. Okay, so this mirror portion, not this backward, mirror portion is bulging outside. This is the convex mirror. Okay, and here the mirror portion is going inside. Okay, the back portion is bulging out. So this is concave mirror. So now I'm going to show you how this mirror reflects the light. They also obeys the same thing, obeys the law, that is angle I equal to angle R, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. All the three lines, incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal will always lie in the same plane. This mirror will also obey, but in different position their images will change. The size of images depends on the position of the object where it is placed. So here you will get two terms, virtual image and real image. So what is virtual and what is real? Virtual image is the image that we cannot hold or we cannot catch it. We cannot take it on any screen. That is virtual image. That will always form inside the mirror. That image we cannot capture on any of the surface or any of the screen, or we cannot capture on anywhere. So that is called virtual image. And real image always form outside the mirror, and we can capture it on any screen. Like video that you see in the cinema hall, that is captured on a screen, and that is the real image. So whatever we are seeing, that is the real image, and whatever seeing in the mirror, that is the virtual image. Okay, so today we are going to see and capture the image in reality on a screen. So I have a screen with me, okay, and we will capture the image here only. Now we need a candle and a screen. I have already told you this is my screen. To show this, I need to show you one more thing. Just see here. This is a concave mirror. As it is a curved mirror, then it should have a radius, a diameter, okay, and as well as one focus. So these are the terminologies you should know. So you can see this C is the center of the curvature of this total curve. This is the pole of the mirror, and this line is known as principal axis, and it will always pass through the center of the curvature and to the center of the mirror. And in between these two, the middle point of this center of curvature and pole is the focus. This is the focus of the mirror. Now what we will do, we will keep the objects in different positions. Like first we will keep the object beyond C, then we will keep the object at C, then we will keep the object in between C and F. F is the focus. Then we will keep the object at F, then we will keep the object in between F and P, that is focus and pole. So by this way we will get different types of image we will get. So let's start. Okay, so now this is the screen. I will keep this screen, okay, and you can see this candle. This is the flame, okay, and we will capture the image of this flame on this screen. Okay, so for that what you need? So first of all, we need to switch off the light of this room, okay, then only you can see the image, otherwise you will not be able to find. You can see it's very light. You can see the light, image is very light, okay, you will not be able to observe. So we need to switch off the light. So got it? Now I have this mirror. This is the concave mirror. Radius of curvature is 25 centimeter. So 25 centimeter means how much? If this is the object, if this is the object, then I will measure 25 centimeter means up to this much. So this distance is the 25, this distance is the radius of curvature. Now if I remove this, and this was 25 centimeter, and now this is beyond C. This object is beyond C. Now I'm keeping it here and I will capture an image. So image is forming in between the object and the mirror. And you can see the image. What is the characteristics of this image? You can see the image formed is smaller than this flame. You can see this flame. The image size is smaller and the image is inverted. You can see it is opposite, inverted, upside down. The flame is upside down in the image. Okay, so this is formed. Okay, and now if I keep the object at C, this is C, object at C. Now where the image will form, let me check. Yes, it is clear now. This is the image, and now it is at C, and the image is also formed at C. This and this place is same. Okay, and it is formed at C. At size also same. You can see the flame size and this size, image size is same, and we can capture it on screen. That means this image is known as a real image. This is not forming inside the mirror, it is forming outside the mirror. Okay, now if I reduce the length, object is in between C and F now. So image will form here. Yes, you can see the image formed, and this image is bigger than the object, and it is forming beyond C. And if I keep it at F, the image will form beyond that, means at infinity it will form. The image will form at infinity. You can see when the image is, where the image is forming, you can see the image. It's very large in size than the object. Okay, now if I keep this mirror very near, between the object is in between F and P, you can see where the image is formed. It is forming inside the mirror. Let me switch on the light. You can see it is forming inside. You can see image is bigger than this. Image is bigger. So this type of mirror is used where gents people, okay, they used to shave their beards. Okay, so they use one small mirror, and that mirror is this concave mirror, because when you see very closely, okay, you can find that the image of this your face will increase in size, and you can easily see the things, see the beards and cut it easily. Okay, now if I talk about convex mirror, okay, wherever you keep this convex mirror, you will find that you can see condensate this mirror. It looks a smaller one. Wherever you go, it will become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. You can see if you keep it closer, then also it is smaller. If you go away, then also you will find smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. This mirror will reduce the size of the image, okay, and the image forming is always inside the mirror. So that's why in this mirror the image is formed is a virtual image, and in this mirror the image is formed all are real except that I keep it closer. This one, it is the virtual image, and when I am keeping it at distance, then the images are formed that are the real images. Okay, and a magnified one, large size images we can see with this, and small size images we can see with this convex mirror. So where is this convex mirrors are used? We used to use this convex mirror in rear view mirror on vehicles. Okay, so when the driver used to see the vehicles coming from the back, okay, they can see that yes, the big vehicles can be seen in smaller size, so that all the big vehicles like bus, like truck, those vehicles can accommodate in that small mirror, so that person can understand that yes, which type of vehicle is coming, it's a large one, a small one. Okay, so like that, this type of mirror is used in the rear view mirror. in the vehicles. So have you understood this experiment? So I hope you will like it and enjoy. So thank you all of you and have a good day.